Hello, welcome back to episode 4 of Linux Crash Course 2025 from the level beginner to advanced. In the previous video, we had discussed about what is a shell and what is a terminal and what is a command, and even we had discussed about man utility. And in this video, we will discuss about what is a directory and how to create a directory in our systems, and even how to remove a directory in our systems, and what are the types of and about the types of directories, and even we will learn about the Linux file system structure and navigation. And as like before getting to the video, give me a second to introduce myself. This is Chaitanya and you are watching my channel. It's beginning. Before creating a directory, let me explain about what is a directory. A directory is like a folder which acts as like a container which stores and organize the system files and other directories. And by the help of these directories, even we will store the system files neatly. And then even when we have to explore the files, we can get that file easily. And by the and even in a directory, we will create a lot number of subdirectories, and these subdirectories are attached to the parent directory, and these are arranged like a tree-like structure, like a step-by-step way. And by the help of these directories, we will arrange the system files like in a neat way. And by the help of these directories, even we will control the systems, like even we will control the permissions of the files, in which places it has to be readable, in which places it has to be writable, in which places it has to be executed. In this way, directories are helpful, and these are the some points about a directory. And now let me show you how to find a directory in our present working directory. For that, you have to press ls command, and when you press enter key, here you can see that the names which are in white color, those are all the is files that are in the present working directory, and the names which are in blue color, those are all the directories which are in present working directory. In this way you will find out the directories in our present working directory. Let me create a directory in this present working directory. For that, you need to enter mkdir command. This refers to make a directory, and then you have to enter a directory's name. As let me take a directory name as cat. And when you press enter, and then when you press ls, here you can see that the the cat directory is created in this present working directory. And then let me create another directory named as dog, mkdir. And when you press dog, here you can see that when you press ls, here you can see that the dog directory is created in this present working directory. And now let me remove a cat directory from this present working directory. For that, you need to enter rn dash or, and then you have to enter the directory's name cat. And in this way, when you enter ls, here you can see that cat cat directories disappear, so that the cat directory is removed from the present working directory. In this way, you will remove and create a directory in the present working directory. And let me remove another directory, dog. For that, I'm again entering remove rm dash or dash directory's name as dog. And when I enter ls, here you can see that the cat and dog both directories are removed from the present working directory. In this way, we will create a directory and we will remove a directory from the present working directory. And now let me explain the which now sorry, and now let me explain about what are the types of directories are present in our system. And for that, when you enter pwd, here we can see that root slash root. This is the parent directory of the user. And when you enter cd slash cd space slash. When you enter pwd, here you can see that it is only showing a slash. It is a root directory of the system, and here it is the root directory of the user. Here you can access the lot number of files and also the all the files in our system. But here we can only access the files of the user. It is the limited. It is limited, but it is unlimited to our system. We will access the all files in our system, but when you but here we will only create but here we will only access the files of the user. When you enter here, when you enter ls, here you can see that the list of the files and the directories are more are different from here to here. Here you can see that these are all the files and directories of the user, but these are all the directories and files of the system. And this is the difference between the use between the slash root and root. This is the parent directory for the user, and this is the parent directory for uh, the system. And now let me explain about each and every directory which are present in our system by classifying them into two types. First one is basic directory and second one is advanced directory. In basic directory, the directories like bin, etc, home, and then opt, and then tmp, var, root. These are all the directories comes under into the basic directories. And the directories like boot, dev, and lib 32, lib 64, lib 32, libx32, and and last place found, and then media, mnt. These are all the directories comes under into the advanced directories. And when it comes to each and every directory, for bin directory is used to store uh, for bin directory, it contains all the essential binaries like zeros and ones in our terminal. And those are all the binary actions are done by the bin directory. And when it comes to etc directory, all the system configuration files are stored in etc. For example, for to changing any passwords or modification settings are done by the etc directory. And when it comes to home directory, all user directories are stored in home directory. For example, if our system contains two users, and those two users are contains subdirectories, and those are all the responsible for giving the information about those user directories are responsible for home directory. And when it comes to opt directory, i- it is used to access the third-party softwares. Like if any data is related to third party, the uh, are present in OPT directory. And when it comes to TMP directory, here it is a temporary. If it stores the temporary files, and those temporary files are removed from our system in reboots. And when it comes to var directory, it contains all the variable data like log files. And when it comes to root directory, it is the home directory for all the root users. And now let me explain about advanced directories like boot directory, uh, boot, dev, library, lib, last place found, media, mnt. Those are all the advanced directories. First, let me explain about boot directory. This boot directory, it contains the files required to boot the operating system like kernel and bootloader. And when it comes to dev library, this contains device files controls by the operating system and system admin like uh, hardwares and other hardware components. And when it comes to lib 32, lib 64, lib 30, x32. These have the system libraries that helps the program to run. And here lib is that 32-bit for 32-bit, and for lib64 is for 64-bit. And then coming to the last place found directory, it is a special directory to store recovered files after a check. And when it comes to media directory, which is used to mount removable media like CD-ROMs, USB drives, or any external devices. And when it comes to MNT directory, this is the temporary mount point for the entire file system. In this way, we will classify the directories into two types. And now let me discuss about the Linux file system structure and navigation. Before explaining that, let me clear my terminal. When you enter clear, you can clear your terminal. As I said before, all the files which are present in the directories are located like a tree-like structure. This tree-like structure will be begins from the root directory. And let me show. When you enter LSD, this will list all the directories which are present in Linux operating system. These are all the same level of directories, and these for every directory it has a lot number of subdirectories. And these are all and these directories and subdirectories are located like a tree-like structure in a step-by-step way. And And to find out the current directory, you need to enter a command print working directory (pwd). From this here you can see that in which directory you are in. Here it shows that it is the root directory of Linux operating system. And when here you have to note a point, and you doesn't enter into the same when you are in a same level of directory. You doesn't have access to enter into the another directory of same level. Uh, Let me show example. When suppose when I am in boot directory, I doesn't have access to enter into the media directory. Let me show you. For this, I am entering the command cd space boot. Here you can see that I am in the boot directory. And when I want to access the media directory, here it shows it doesn't exist. Here it gives error. In this way, we doesn't enter from one directory to another directory in the same level. For to enter into the another directory, you have to get back into the parent directory. Let me show you. Here you can see that, and now I'm in media directory. Here what happened is when I'm in boot directory, it doesn't allows me enter into the media directory, but it allows me into the subdirectories of boot directory, and it doesn't have any connection to the media directory to access the media files. And for that, I enter back to the root directory, and root directory have the connection between the media and root directory. So I enter into the media directory, and now I doesn't even in media directory I doesn't have access to enter into these another directories because it doesn't have any connections from the media directory. In this way, we will enter into the one directory to another directory. But to get back to the one level back for to get back one level, you have to enter the command cd space dot dot. In this way, you will get back to your parent directory. And now let me show you how to enter how to find subdirectories of a directory. When you enter ls, here you can see that the directories of Linux operating system. For to find subdirectories, we have to get into a directory. For suppose if I am in etc directory, for to access the subdirectories of etc, I want to enter a command cd space etc slash it sorry, but I have to first let me enter list the directories which are the subdirectories present in etc directory. Here you can see that these are all the subdirectories and files which are present in etc. To access the subdirectory of etc directory, let me enter a command cd space slash etc. Let me access the apt subdirectory. Here we can see that here you can see that apt subdirectory. Let me access that directory. For to access the apt subdirectory, I want to enter the command in this way. Here you can see that I am in the apt subdirectory of etc directory. Here you can see that, and even you can list the subdirectories and files which are in the apt. In this way, even you will enter into the subdirectories of a directory, and even you can access these subdirectories also. And now let me show you how to know the subdirectories of a directory without entering into a directory. For that, first I need to enter a command cd space and slash. And for that, and then when you enter tab key for 2 times, here you can see that the directory, the directories which are present in root directory. And when you enter cd space slash, and then when you enter etc slash, and then when you press tab key for 2 times, it shows the sorry, I press this key for 2 times, and here you can see that. Here you can these here these commands shows the subdirectories of etc directory. Here you can see that. Here I doesn't went into the etc directory. Even it shows the subdirectories of etc directory. In this way, you will find the subdirectories which are present in a directory, and even you will even this command will be same for any directory. Eh, and but to know, even you can find the subdirectories directories also. For example, if I want to know the subdirectories which are present in apt, eh, let me continue this command, and when I enter the tab key for 2 times, here you can see that this shows the subdirectories of apt directory. In this way, you will find the directory subdirectory without entering into a directory. And that's it for this video. If you like this video, get subscribed.